Let's keep flipping through my Fauxdori, my Faux Midori Traveler's Notebook. Got a few more pages to show you today. So I showed you, I can't believe it's March already last time, so next we go on to So Much Baking. And this is just a journaling card, it's 4x6, and it's one of my March St. Patrick's Day themed ones, so I decided to use it. The alphas I used are pink paisley, and both fonts came with the same, from the same sheet. And then I just used some of my masking sticker tapes here on this sheet. To do the titles, I used some of the little $1.50 letter stamps that you get at Michael's on some cream cardstock, and I just taped those down with my pictures. So I made some butter tarts at the start of the month. I made a big loaf of focaccia, and on the other side I made red velvet whoopie pies, and I made healthy muffins, and I made all that stuff between March 2 and 4. So I was baking up a storm on those couple of days, so I thought I should put a page in. And that's just held in with some washi tape. My next page is called Surprises, and it was supposed to be a stamped background, and when I did the stamping I messed it up so bad I was like, I gotta start all over again. So I just covered it with a sheet of pattern paper. So I just put in this pink sheet of pattern paper and went from there. So I stamped on my title, Surprises, and this page was kind of inspired by, I was out with some friends for drinks, and they were asking us what we're doing on the weekend, and my husband said something like, oh, I haven't told Jackie what we're doing on Thursday yet. So, and she was like, oh, what is it? What is it? And he's like, oh, it's just a surprise I have for her. And I was like, oh, neat, we're doing something surprise. But she was like, wow, what's going on? What's going on? And I realized he surprises me so often with amazing things to do that maybe I take it a little bit for granted. So I just thought I should write down my gratitude for it. So that's what this page is about. So it just starts off saying that he took 4 days off of work. He surprised me. I had 4 days off work, and we rented a car. And that's basically what I'm saying here. So I picked up a whole whack of the embellishments and the stickers and stuff from the Snap Simple Stories I Am collection, because I love the gold foil. So that's where this heart and this little embellishment here and this little gold foil dealy all came from. And then these are some of my die cut with a view stickers on the corners. And I used a Heidi Swap 2x2 journaling card back here, and there's just like a little gold arrow at the top. And that's just a picture of the selfie that I took when we were in the car and he was driving. We don't have a car very often, so it's worth taking a picture when we're in a car. Next page is our first stop on our 4-day weekend. We went cross-country skiing at Albion Hills. So this was actually a sheet of pattern paper, and it was really springy, so I had to cover it up. So I just gessoed the whole thing, so you can still see a little bit of the color underneath, which I kind of like the texture that it gives. And then I just used my my blue Heidi Swap Color Shine spray, and I just kind of dripped it all over the page. So I thought maybe those little blue dots sort of made it look like snow. And then I just used some Recollections Alpha, that's Teresa Collins washi tape. I cut this and this out of the flyer from the place that we went. So Albion Hills was the name of the place. And we did the yellow trail that was 2.5 kilometers. And so I had a lot of journaling to do, so I had to do flip out pictures. So there's me on top of the hill that we climbed on our cross-country skis. There's my husband in front of the map. And then it was a lot more frightening than I expected to do the downhills. Like, you pick up a lot of speed, so I put I am brave and I am doing my best because I was pretty nervous on the downhills. And then on the back, I put a picture of the bruise that I got when I fell down. I got a huge bruise, and I just put a quarter next to it for size comparison. On the way home, we stopped at a brewery, so I put a picture of that, and I just cut out the name of the brewery out of their flyer. And we passed this amazing turtle crossing sign, and we went too fast for me to take a picture, so I just drew it myself, and I just colored it in with my watercolor pencils that I showed you guys last time. So it's starting to do a little bit of doodling, I guess. The next page is called Today I Ran 27 Minutes Consecutively. Next week I'm doing 33 minutes. Yikes. So my training is coming right along. I'm training for a 10-mile run in April. And these 27 minutes were so hard because we had gone cross-country skiing in the morning. I was exhausted, and I was really proud of myself when I did it, so I decided to do a page for it. So I think this is some of the best hand lettering I've done. These numbers, I just Google image searched hand lettered numbers, and I copied them, and then I just did my own Zentangling to fill in the details on the inside of them. And then this, I tried to do my natural handwriting and just kind of jazz it up a little, so I thickened the downstrokes, I put some dots around it, and these are just on some white cardstock that I cut out. and just regular hand lettering down there. The background for this one, I don't know if you guys watch Vicky Papanews videos. She does these art journal videos that are amazing, and I tried out one of her techniques. I've seen her do it a million times, so I thought I'd finally try it. You basically just take like a sheet of, there's this Tim Holtz tissue paper, and it's got, show it to you, you can see where I cut out the piece. It's got all kinds of like music notes and writing and pictures and like, I don't know, architecture plans. It's just got a whole whack of stuff on it, and that fills in your background. And then I just applied some distress paint in seedless preserves with a wet paper towel on top of that so that it was translucent. So that's how I did the background on that page. Love how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. So that's a technique I'll use again for sure. And then I just used my Kaiser Craft stamps to put the date on that one. And then the next stop on our weekend was March the 6th. We went to the Toronto International Bike Show, and I cut that out of the flyer from the bike show, and then also the date and the location was on the flyer, so I cut that out as well. And so then I just took a picture of what the crowds looked like and all the bicycles and stuff. This is actually a Halloween journaling card for my Project Life Holidays mini kit. A 3x4 card that I put down there, and I just put my journaling on it. And then the masking sticker set had a plaid one, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's blue and orange, so it was just perfect. So I used those tapes all over this page. That's where the circles came from, the stripe down the side. I just had this little 2x2 journaling card. That's how the orange got started. That's one of the Snap Simple Stories stickers from the I Am collection, and that embellishment is from it as well. And then I just put some of my gold stickers as accents on it. And a picture of my helmet. I didn't get a bike there, but I did get a helmet. But I did pick out a bike there, and I got it the next day. So we picked it up at a local store, though, at the house instead. So that's a picture of me and my new bicycle. And it's hard to tell in the picture, but it's black with pink accents everywhere, and I love pink accents, so that made me really happy. So I just used, I have a set of die cuts from Teresa Collins. I can't remember what it's called. Sweet Afternoon, I think, something like that. And that's where this tag and these banners and stuff came from. These are some Jelly Bean Soup Alphas. This ribbon is an adhesive ribbon that I got in the Michaels dollar bin like a couple months ago, I think. And then from the Snap Simple Stories, I used this So Thankful because it was a gift. And that's like one of the clear and gold stickers, and I just used this bicycle as well. It had a basket on it, but I cut it off. So it's a really simple page. We went to a Saucony design meeting, and it was an invitation only thing that was at our sport check we got invited to, and it's they basically wanted to tell us about their shoes, and then you test them out on a 3-kilometer run. So for me, I've been running on a track all winter, so it was a good opportunity for me to get outside and run. So there's a picture of me, and it says, my caption is, I tried to smile, but I couldn't because we got outside and he made us run over the hardest hills in the whole neighborhood. Like, the hills were just crazy, so I was grimacing the whole way. And then back here I've got my journaling. This is from my masking sticker set again. I just used some scrap paper from the File Folder mini album I had that I just made and that I just posted to do these mats. And there's a picture of the sneakers that I tested out. And then they did a draw for some swag bags, and I won one of them. So I just put a picture of what was in it. There was like a water bottle and a cooling pack, headphones, shoelaces, socks, snack bars, all kinds of stuff. So I put a picture of that too, and that's on a, I think that's a Teresa Collins Studio Gold journaling card, and I just used blue watercolor on it to give it a little bit of color to bring it in, but I like the dots and the dots. So that was good. And I think we've got 3 pages to go. So this one is shortest visit ever. So after my failed stamping attempt on that other page, I decided to stamp this page. So I used, this is a stamp that's in the Michaels $2 bins right now. Like the little, you know, like the impulse buy bins. So I stamped that all over the page, and then I colored it in with my watercolor pencils. And I really love how this background turned out, actually. I think it's pretty cool. So shortest visit ever, that's some Recollections Alphas and some Smashbook washi tape. My friend was in town for about half an hour. So we met up with him, we had some nachos, so that's me and my friend, and I just journaled about it. Little owl sticker, he's from one of the dairy sticker books that you get at Michael's for like $1. And then I just put the date here in numbers. So when I got my watercolor pencils, I was looking up how to use them, and I saw so many people doing landscapes that it kind of got me in the mindset that I wanted to do a landscape picture. So when I was at the bike show, I took a picture of where we were way downtown so I could get a picture of the skyline because we were right on the water. So I took that picture, and then I came home and I tried to draw it. And much to my chagrin, the markers on the next page bled through, so there's some yellow streaks on it. But other than that, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I used my Micron 5 and my Micron 1 pens and my watercolor pencils to color it in, and then I just wrote in my title here. So it's a lot more white than I normally use on the page, but I just decided to go with it, and I like it. I'm really happy that I took the time to do this. It took me a long time, but I love it. The next page is called Late Nights. I realized at the end of the week that my husband and I had barely slept the whole week. And there was just a different reason every night that we were up till 2 in the morning, and we wake up at 5:30 every morning, so it was just it was not a good sleeping week. So I drew a picture of a candle burning at both ends, and then I just did some lettering up the top, and another one of these little owls. I love these guys. And some washi tape, and I just put the word together there because it was just the two of us staying up all night every night. And I just used some Dusty Concord and some Black Soot Distress ink around the journaling, and I just printed that off on my computer. It's just a text box. The last page, it just kind of is a subtitle, and it says, "We weren't the only ones still up. My street's been shut down for 4 days while they move a crane," and it turns out that to move a crane, it takes 3 cranes, because you need a crane to build the crane to move the crane. So there's 3 different cranes, and it's just been like a logistical undertaking that blows my mind. I can't get over how much work it takes to get this crane off of my street. So they stayed up all night working on it because I guess to shut down the street they had to make the most of the time. So I just took a picture at dusk where they were still working on it. And in the morning I took a panoramic of how long this crane was. When it was on the street, it actually spanned 2 blocks. Panoramic photos always turn out a little wonky, but I think it was all right. And then I just stuck those on some orange adhesive cardstock and put a smashed washi tape date sticker to circle the 4 days that they've been working on it. And I kind of just wanted to keep that the same as the first page, how I just did like a picture on some adhesive cardstock with writing. So I kept them pretty consistent, and that puts me to the end of this insert. It's finished. So I'm going to do a flip through video for you guys so that you can see it, and in the flip through I'm also going to give you my impressions on what this process has been like doing this book. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.